I'm going to throw in some AC/DC for clubbing with Larry and Taylor. Hi, this is
Hey
Taylor
guys,
Thompson.
welcome. Okay,
So
here's Club Friday again, man. It's the best part of the week for us. Glad you're here. Thank you for being here. We're going to have a great time today.
So super excited. Glad you're joining us. Let us know where you're coming in from. Want to say hi. Want to say welcome. If this is your first time, drop a 1 and let us know. We want to definitely say hi to you. Hey, Roger. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Eugene, welcome. Glad you're here. Hello, Mary. Hello. Oh, congratulations to Mary. She just got a big rank. We're so excited.
Number one rank in her country and her company.
Woo. Hello, Jennifer. Hello. So we got some exciting stories to be sharing with you. Hello, Jill. We're on several platforms here, so we want to hear from you. If you haven't given StreamYard permission to give us your name, this is what we see, so we can't say hi. So we want to be able to say hi to you. So, guys, we're going to be talking today. Hello, Sandra. Hello, Victoria. Hello, Caroline. Welcome. Hello, Anna. Hello, Peter. Glad to have you here. So let's talk about this today. I mentioned in the comments, what is a salesman? And I know for some of you, that may be a dirty word. A salesman. What is the definition of a salesman?
Well, listen, she's put me on a spot here. She says, okay, today is, what's the definition of a salesman? I said, well, what is it? You know what I mean? You got to understand, it's 40 years ago, okay? Don't get me wrong here. I know exactly what it is, but I got to tell you something. All of us are salesmen. Every single one of them is salesmen. The best salesmen in the world are our kids, okay? Especially, I take Joelle, my 2-year-old granddaughter right now, great-granddaughter right now. They sent us a little video over here just a couple of days ago. What a sales lady, salesman, salesperson, and kids, will say, listen, can I have an ice cream? You say, no, not till after dinner. But I want an ice cream. Well, I'm going to tell you, no. That goes on for about 5 minutes. If you do that one more time, okay, you're going to be sent to your room. 2 minutes later, what's happening with that child? Licking the ice cream, okay? Because they know what they want, and they go out about it with you, it, and them. Let me tell you about the salesman that's a kid that doesn't get it. Throwing the tantrum, okay, and have an unrealistic expectation and have expectations that they're entitled to it. But what about pillar number 2 there with you, it, and them? Kids will do it every time. So we're going to hit around that today.
I love this. So somebody has already jumped ahead. I don't know who's saying this, but you actually nailed it. I can tell you've been reading the book. It's on page 58 in case you don't know what a salesman is, in case you don't know what the definition is. But I want to talk about that because in the book we talk about it. It's on page 58. And I don't know who said it, so you got to give StreamYard permission to say who your name was because you nailed it. The mind maker upper.
Yes.
The mind maker upper. And I want to think about this like 40 years ago. I would say we would probably, if you've been in the academy, I would definitely say we've probably GPSed that just a little bit, right? Just a little bit as what a true definition of a salesperson is, because sometimes that's a dirty word to most people. I mean, I know for me, whenever I started, that was the last thing I would do. I was like, I don't want to sell anything. I didn't want to sell anything.
I got to tell you something. I was exactly the same way. And I remember talking to my mentor, Bob BDQ. He's the original strategist and tactician for our space. And I was very fortunate to be mentored by him from day one. And we're talking about, I said, I feel funny making sales to my friends and stuff. And he says, we're all salesmen. He said, every one of us is salesman of some kind of another. He said, you're married. He said, I guarantee you, you're a salesman because you got her to say yes to you, okay? And so a mind maker upper, most people get confused as a good salesperson is a mind maker upper, which means yeses. It does not mean yeses whatsoever. It means a mind maker upper. You're helping them make up their mind for what's best for them at this particular moment in time with their circumstances of life. That's why the stuff in the book has such a great impact, and forever put that up on page 58. Thank you very much for that. But you're going to see some people here today, and we got a lot. Listen, we got some stuff for you towards the end of this. I'm going to share with you. Hang on. I'm going to tell you right now, you better not be wearing socks because you're going to lose them. Okay.
So I've put the new website down here at the bottom. For a lot of you who have been in the book club for a while, you know that we have the Millionaire Training website. It's been completely updated. It is, and we have, and for those of you who have been paying attention in some of the social medias, and I don't have the cover with me right now, but this guy right here is on the cover of Direct Selling News Magazine. And I want
fully dressed, by the way, fully dressed.
And 50-year legends, right? And so if you go on the Millionaire Training, you can see a little bit of the article, and it allows you to share this out, to share this information on all of the social media platforms if you want to. But I wanted to share that, so you go take a look at it. And it is a great, great, great piece for you to bring people in as if they're wanting to do the business, to download the chapter on how to employ yourself. What's the number one thing if you're going to be in business for yourself? What is the number one thing they need to know? They need to know how to employ themselves. But let's get back to this conversation. The salesman, the mind maker upper. But I want to GPS this a little bit, because I know a lot of you inside of our groups, and a lot of you that has been inside the academy, this has been a big, big deal. And it's in pillar number 2.
Yeah.
Pillar number 2. And we call it the 3 Ps, and we call it you and them. But the biggest thing that I think about a salesperson is, when what we do is allowing them to come to what? A natural, logical conclusion. Do they want to buy or do they don't want to buy? Do they want to join or do they don't want to join? And I think that piece right there, what we talk about in the academy, has been a game changer. Game changer for a lot of people.
It's shocking to me, because a question was asked here on a question and answer session we did here about 10 days ago, and said, what was the biggest that we didn't ask the question? I think it was Mary that asked the question, said, what do you think the biggest difference has made with my team? Taylor just shared she just got to the top rank, and not doing nothing different. She didn't change her social media. She didn't get an Instagram kick. She just started doing some basic fundamentals. And I said, probably just talking to people. And she said, no, it was how to employ yourself and my job description. My job description, understanding your job description. And it's so exciting what's happening in such a short period of time with what we're doing with the book club, what we're doing with Club Friday here, what we're doing with the academy, what's happening with the book. It's pretty fascinating. That's what's happened in such a very quick period of time. And I was on a focus group call with Roger's team about 5 or 6 days ago. And he put all of his people in the academy, and we're having a very special focus group with that team. And about 5-10 minutes into it, and I had a question that was asked because it was interactive. And one of his teammates there said, listen, we're in an educational, a financial product. We're not in a nutritional product. He said, that's not what we have. Do you think that this is going to work the same way with our company, with our product as that does? And I said, of course it's going to work like that. And then, we went on and talked about some other stuff. But after I got off the call, I got to thinking about it. That wasn't a sufficient answer. Okay. Yes, I believe that, but that wasn't a sufficient answer. I had to dig deep. Wait a minute. If I was listening to that, what would I be thinking? And I said, of course it'll work with any product. You guys have seen it. You guys have seen multiple companies, multiple product lines, multiple compensation models, multiple circumstances that's going on in an organization, multiple countries. It works for everybody. But why is that? Why is that? Okay. And here's the deal. Okay. if you have a nutritional product or you have a service product or you have an educational product, guess what? 80, 15, and 5 does not differentiate between that. 80, 15, and 5 serves all of them identical.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got to think about that. Okay. Now the other thing is audience, language, and behavior. Audience, language, and behavior does not distinguish between nutritional product, a financial product, an educational product, a service product.
Yeah.
It treats everybody exactly the same. I don't know about all of you, but I will tell you, when I get on these calls like this, and you have these multiple groups and companies and circumstances, I'm stunned. I expect it, but when it happens, I'm thinking, why is this? I know it's commonplace because of what we're doing, but when you think about that, now here's the next thing about this. If 80, 15, and 5 has no distinction between product line or company or compensation, if you, it, and them, pillar number 2, audience, language, behavior is a better one, pillar number 1, has no distinction between those things. Listen to this. It has no distinction between if you're a network marketing professional or if you're a brand new long-haired hippie construction worker.
Yeah.
It does not distinguish audience, language, and behavior, okay, the 3 Ps, okay, the 4 stories, the simplified follow-up. It does not distinction between me joining my first network marketing company as long-haired hippie and Taylor as the stay-at-home mom. It doesn't distinguish between the professional entrepreneur, or it doesn't distinguish between the first-time person, the school teacher that's getting started. Do you know how powerful that is? That is unbelievable, because there are odds of people going up because these are the key factors. So I wanted to throw that in there, and I got some stuff I just can't wait to get to at the end.
I love that. I love that. So a lot of people making some comments here, and it's one of those things like, whenever you talk about concepts, and what Larry's saying is so true, because that truly is a definition of a concept.
Yes.
That it will work for everybody,
no matter what.
No matter what the background is, no matter if they're young or old, if they're short or tall, right? He says that, but whenever you don't really recognize until you start connecting these dots, until you start seeing these stories, whenever you start seeing the stories, then it really, really connects here that, wow, this really does work no matter what the product, service, whatever, consumable, non-consumable, comp plan, structure, whatever it is.
Individual. We're all individuals. It works for every one of you right now.
I love it. I love it. It's basics. I love what you're saying here, Pisces. It's basics. It's so true. And so, I want to bring up a couple of our guests already. Okay. So I'm going to bring up a couple of our guests here that we have. Guys, like, this is so much fun. I heard their stories and I'm like, okay, would you mind being on the book club? And like, I know that there's a lot of you, and I know that some of I see comments and you've said something about the book, or how you love the book, or what's happening in your business. I would love to highlight your story. Sometimes I don't know, I don't have any connection. Message me. I would love to have your story. This is how we get stories, is people personally message me and say, hey, I'm loving the book. This is what's happening. Or somebody shares somebody, and this is how I'm making connections. So if you know somebody, or if you personally, want to share your story and how the book has helped you, reach out, connect with me. I would love to highlight you and have you here on as a guest, and sharing with our community here what it's done for you and how it's helped you, maybe with your business or your family or whatever that is. But the first lady I would love to bring up, and so I'm going to take it over to Rochelle. Rochelle, how are you?
Oh, Rachel, hiya.
Rachel,
Hey, how are you?
sorry. Rachel.
We're from Texas, so you got excuses, man. Come on, so it's Rachel.
Rachel, okay, nice. I'm sorry I mispronounced your name. It's could have been Rochelle, but Rachel, love that. Love that. It's just beautiful. So happy to have you here. Would you please share your story and what's happening with you and how you got involved with the book club, and let's take it away.
Hi, yeah, so I'm Rachel from Cambridge in the UK. So I got involved in the company I'm with 4 years ago. Our son had a brain tumour, so all my time was put into him, and I wanted to feel good about myself. So I got involved in the company, and then it really helped my husband. He was in a really dark place. So, you know, we just fell in love with the products and then naturally got into the business. And it wasn't actually until obviously I'd read the book, but this year we got introduced to the book club and the academy, and just absolutely, it's just, I mean, I'll be 42 this year, and I'm realizing stuff about myself that I didn't know that I needed to, you know, think about. You know, and to me, it's just the pair of you and the stories. Like, to me, our stories are what make us and what we go through in life. Like, you know, we've had horrific times, but I feel it's made us who we are today. And I'm such a story person. So to me, your stories are so relatable, they're so valuable. You know, they just get so much, you know, and just so I get emotionally involved in listening to the stories. And then for me, it's just taking it back to basics. I mean, 4 years from, you know, I'm doing things. I had the best month last month we've ever had in the business. And
Really?
it's just for me, yeah.
She had her best month in 4 years. Just this last month, her best month ever in 4 years. Is that? I heard that right?
Yeah. So yeah.
That's awesome.
And I've just been implementing things from the academy. Really, I would say doing anything different. It's just taking it back to basics, and you know, believing in myself and that I am enough, and I don't need to be like anyone else. Do it like anyone else. Learning who our audience is, and using the language and the behavior to them, and just, yeah, it's just you know, every time. And what I love about the academy is that it relates so well to the book, but I can just, you know, I'm having to homeschool 2 boys as well, so like I've learned to employ myself how to work around homeschooling, which is a challenge that's been thrown at many of us. And you know, so I've had to, whereas in the morning I could have been on Instagram, like social media, and lost an hour easily, not gained nothing from it, actually probably felt worse about myself because I've been looking at, you know, but whereas now I just, you know, listen to the academy, it fires me up for the day, it gets me passionate, gives me a desire to achieve the goals I want for our family. And yeah, just absolutely, I feel alive again.
Wow. I can see it on your face, Rachel. I can really see it. And what's interesting, we haven't met you before or talked. I don't think that we've had any communication with you directly at all. So we had no idea what was going to happen other than that you were going to share your story.
No, she was in one of the groups that she reached out here. So she was in one of the other stories that we did in the focus group. But what I love about your story and everything that you're sharing here is like, you know, the circumstances of life that you were in with your son, right? And, you know, the challenges of life, you know, and even with your husband, right? That you've been able to do this and build a business around life circumstances, around, you know, some of the things that might have really put somebody out of business, you know, because they didn't have the mindset, or they didn't have the desire because they allowed those things to take over. You know what I mean?
And it's easy to do that too when all the noise, this white noise that comes in. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to get taller. You got to get younger. You got to do this blog. You got to do that video. And that's what drives a lot of people up, because just like you said, that wasn't you. Okay. Now you found who you are, and you're doing this on a daily basis. And I hate to say it, but what do we always talk about? Fun, simple, and magical. Okay? And you're getting right now, if you've had your best month in 4 years, I got to tell you, hang on, because you just got started. Because the way you bring your people into the business, the way you bring them up, they came in like this with this thinking, this philosophy, these kind of things that's going on. Watch what happens in 60 days. You're going to start getting duplication. In 90 days, you're going to get multiplication with that team. So just stick with it.
And I love this part of your story that, you know, that you pointed out. And I think a lot of people have been held captive to that, you know, like going on social media, Instagram or whatever. And then they start getting down on themselves because they start thinking, oh, I'm not as good as they are, or I don't have a biggest following as they do. I can't put, you know, and then you start thinking, oh, I need to go learn how to do content or make posts, right? And so I love the fact that you are being focused on what you need to do, you know, what works around you, what works around your personality, and that you feel empowered. And that is the magic. That's what I love about what you're sharing the story here. So
Wow.
congratulations.
Thank you.
So
Thank
happy
you.
for you.
Let's check in 4, 5, 6 weeks and give us another update. Okay, we'd love it. Okay.
100%. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rachel. Okay, I'm gonna put you down and I'm gonna take it over to guys. Like, wasn't that amazing? You guys give Rachel some love and shoot her some messages. Tell her how awesome that was. Louise, how are you?
Hi, everybody. Hi, you okay?
Yes.
So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my background
Good.
before I got into network marketing. So I live in near Manchester, and I used to run my own ladies' clothes shop, I've run it for 12 years. So when I first started, I was earning a really, really good income, and I thought that was going to stay forever. But little did I know, the credit crunch hit, and my sales and income went rapidly down. Now, this caused massive upset to my family. We couldn't afford to pay for the mortgage. It was causing so many problems. So then I had to make a change. And do something. So I thought, I'm going to go and get a degree in fashion. And then I can maybe go to the big city of Manchester, work for the big power sellers, and sell clothes. Just what I thought. I didn't know anything else. I thought that is the only thing that I could do. Well, little did I know, went to university, my energy levels, I was absolutely exhausted. I was falling asleep in lectures. It was really tough for me. Anyway, just to cut a long story short, I did get my degree, but I needed something. I need to change my healthy lifestyle. So I got introduced to some really healthy products. They literally changed my life. They took my energy levels to the next level. And then I got such a great result. And then I got introduced to this business opportunity. So I thought, shall I give it a go? And honestly, it has changed my life. I've been full-time now for 1 year. Even though I've got my degree, I don't even need my degree. And then I got introduced to the book. Now, let me tell you about the book. What has helped me massively with the book. Firstly, how to employ myself, because when I was younger, I got brought up in a very, very strict environment. It was very regimental, very structured, and there was a lot of discipline. Nothing wrong in it, but I was very disciplined. So when I read the book, and obviously Larry speaking about how to employ yourself, it just brought everything back to what had been built in me for the years. But then it's like I didn't discipline myself enough for like, say, the past 10 years when I had my own business. But when I read this book, it was like, oh my God, I need to employ myself. Louise 1, Louise 2. And honestly, I'm up every single morning, 9 o'clock. I'm at my laptop. I'll have my breaks when I need to, but I'm structured. It's regimental, and it's really given me great structure to pass on to my team. And then also another big one for me, pillar 1, language, audience and behaviour. You speak to people at different age groups on how you come across, and forget the selling. It's not selling. It's how this possibly could be something that might be of interest to you, or it could work for you. It worked for me. It might not work for you. That has really been a game changer for me. So when I'm speaking to my potential customers and clients, I speak in that language, and it's great. It's really helped me a lot. It's massively helped me. And as well, my network marketing skills now have improved. So now when I speak to my team, I can pass on this knowledge. And some of my team members have already bought the book because I took a picture of the book and posted it in my group. And honestly, it's been brilliant. It's been really great.
Wow.
I appreciate your attitude. I can see your true excitement and belief, because you're getting results. So you're getting self-results of confidence. And
honestly, my confidence has grown. It's like if someone had said to me 18 months ago, you're going to be speaking like this, I'd have been like, oh my God, there's no chance. I don't want to be. But now, I don't know, my confidence is growing through. Anyone can be involved in network marketing. Anyone can do it. And I didn't get really good GCSEs. Fair enough, I got a degree because I felt like I had no choice. I had to do a degree to work in fashion. I thought I was only good at fashion. I'm not. I'm good at network marketing. Now I put my mind to it, and it's like, it's fun, magical, simple. Honestly, brilliant.
Wow.
Great.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Louise, I just love your story. I love your energy. And I love the fact that you said this, that anybody can do this.
Yeah, it's so true.
Yes.
It's so, honestly, I can't speak highly enough, and I can't be more adamant about that. Anybody can do it. Anybody. You've just got to have the belief and be around people who make you, where you know you can believe. Because if they can do it, you can do it. We're all human. We're all the same people. We're just human. That's it. So if anyone can do it, then I can do it. And that is basically like my belief. So yeah, thank you.
Okay, guys, give Louise some hearts and some love. Tell her how amazing
Thank
she
you.
is.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here, Louise. We appreciate you so much. This is awesome. Oh, guys, like, wow. I mean, I love anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. You don't have to be a salesperson, right? You know, I love that. You just have to.
You have to be you.
You just have.
You're
to be
good
you.
enough. That's what it says. You're good enough as you are. Okay, and we just got to trust that, and that's what's happening. And it happens quick. This is not slow. This is quick.
I hope you guys are taking some notes and you remember these stories, because taking these stories and using these stories in your own business can perpetuate, even if they're not in your business, even if they're not on your team. You can use these stories right here in this moment, in this time. Tag somebody in this video, even if they're not here today. Invite them into the group, invite them into the book club, and tag them in to today's book club. That's how you get business. Use Talk Demo. Hello.
We may not be part of the same company, have the same products. We may even have competing products, but let me tell you what we are. We're all family here. We're in the academy. We're all family here with the book club. We're all family going one direction and encouraging everybody. And that doesn't happen out there, guys, in the marketplace. This is the only thing I know. This is how I was raised.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so here we have Miss Sarah. Sarah, hello. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Great. So tell us about you. I know you have an amazing story.
So firstly, I apologise for the state, but I'm 3-day post-surgery, so I'm a little on the grey side. But I'm Sarah. I'm from Suffolk in the United Kingdom, and I have taken the opportunity that I was given in the Millionaire training and the book club and the academy by storm, and has made me accept me for me. And doing the basics, doing the do, understanding that the first person that you have to love and accept is yourself. Because if you don't accept yourself and believe in yourself, whether that's believing in your own story. Listen, my story isn't great. I'm a cancer patient. Not many people want to say, you know, I'm a cancer patient. I've got liver disease. I don't want to have to use, or I didn't want to have to use that as an attraction, because it's not attractive. I'm covered in scars, but they're my scars that tell a story that prove to me and my followers and my team and my clients that anybody can do what we do. It doesn't necessarily have to be being in the business, but an opportunity comes to you that could change your life, whether that be in the products that you use, whether that be in the opportunity that you're given in a business to make money, to help yourself. Take it, because an opportunity will come in the time of inspiration or desperation. For me, it was desperation, and I've taken it, and even more so now with the academy and with the book club and the book. You know, daytime television, I should be watching it apparently because I'm recovering. I haven't. It's Larry and Taylor in my ear to the extent that I'm finishing your sentences now. This is how bad it's getting. I'm finishing your sentences because what have you got to do? Do the basics well. Do the do. And it's constant. But I had to understand, and anybody, when you start a journey of any description, is understanding who you are and accepting who you are and sharing that it's okay to be who you are. If you are honest and you don't lie and you have all the right intentions and you are understanding, you can do anything that you want to do. You can be anyone that you want to be. The goldmine attitude, to anybody who hasn't read this or listened to it, read it and listen to it. Because if you listen to it first and then you read it in the book, you can hear the sentences being said, and you take it in even more and you absorb it even more, because you go, I know what he's going to say next. Next he's going to say, and what? And I'll come on to this because a member of my team was explaining to me the other day that I'm really quiet. And obviously, listen to the gold mine attitude. I've been quiet, but I know why. I've still had a very good month in February, but I knew why. It was because of what I was putting in. I was still doing what I was needing to be doing, but I was focusing on my clients more than the duplicating, purely because I was going into hospital and I was concerned that if I wasn't going to be there, I'm very much a people person and a people pleaser. But I had to learn at some point that it was okay to be a little bit different. So she said to me, I'm really quiet. And I said, and what? So she went, well, what do you mean? And I said, and what? What do you want me to do? She went, well, how can I get more people? I said, what have you done? Let's turn it around. And what have you done? Well, I've been on social media. And what? You're sitting behind a phone. You're sitting behind a computer. Have you done a leaflet drop? No. Have you done? No. Have you connected? No. Then I can't tell you anything more than you already know what you need to be doing. You have to do the fundamentals that I explain to you every single 2 weeks when we have a training. If you are not use, wear, talk, if you are not being you and explaining you and sharing you, even if it's knocking on your next door neighbour's doorstep and saying, are you struggling from COVID fatigue? How are you feeling? I can so please, the kids are going back to school. You're not going to get anywhere. You've got to be putting yourself out there. Come out of your comfort zone. Be you, because you are accountable. You are loved. You are passionate. And my Lord, you can do it.
Wow. 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 I mean, so many nuggets in that, Sarah. Well, the first thing I want to do is say thank you. I mean, the fact that you're here 3 days post surgery, I just want to say thank you so much. Your energy. And I mean, I hope that you're recovering well. But I mean, just listening to you and your strength and your passion is unbelievable. And what you're sharing with your team, because here's the thing, you said a couple of things in there that I really want to point out. Like, you realize who you are. You become you are a tendency to be the people pleaser. But what you shared with your team member was the truth.
Yes.
And
I'm not going to lie to people. If you lie to people, they're going to have a false perception, and they have to understand that if you're going to tell a story, you need to be telling the truth. It's a true story. So what people want to hear, because if they come back and they ask you a question, you've got to be ready to give them an answer. If that answer isn't there and you go, then what? You have to speak from experience. You have to speak from what you know. Not what the book says, not what the product says, not what the label says. It's what you feel and you know is the complete difference.
Wow, 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 wow.
I could go on. Oh.
Well, this has been brilliant. I certainly do. I just can't even appreciate you so much for, coming on in the midst of, this journey that you're on. And certainly, I know you're going to be celebrating at the top without question, with that kind of attitude, with that gold mine attitude for sure. So you guys give her some hearts and loves and big claps. We love you, Sarah. That's amazing. I'm going to pull you backstage here. So guys, no.
Oh, okay.
So guys, we just thank you. Thank you. This has been an amazing book club Friday.
Yeah. And I just want to share a couple. And number one, you got to understand, we had people in here been fairly new, 4 years old is what I'm hearing, a few months old, a year or two old. Okay. Everybody trying to very serious about growing their business. Okay. But for whatever reasons, it didn't give them that push that they needed. One of the pillars is pillar number 5 is called self-leadership. Okay. And in self-leadership, what we convey, what we share with people is we already have it. Right now, we think we got to rank up to have leadership. Ranking up and getting a check is not leadership. The day before you ranked up and the day after you ranked up, you're the same person. You got the same skills. You got the same attitude, weak, strong, or indifferent. It's the same. Okay. But leadership, we all have self-leadership in one or more areas of our life. Okay. Now we're taught now today in this multimedia world of white noise coming in here that you got to get taller, you got to get shorter, you got to walk on hot coals, you got to meditate a half an hour a day, you got to do this blog, you got to do all of that. All that stuff is valid, but it isn't speaking to the audience with the language and that's out there today. Audience, language, and behavior. Whatever these stories that you heard here, they didn't change them. They changed their understanding of their job description, and all they had to do with this, and it would work. And all of a sudden, people are having the best months ever, and their teams are having the best months ever. So that's important. And so let me share this with you here. This book club, okay, on Friday. We had to do a lot of, we've only been doing this, we started this whole thing in November, guys, in November. And our very first book club that we have, actually our deep dive that we had in November, and we'll have our next deep dive, you guys know that are in the academy, next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We come on the second week of every month on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, live, interactive, working with people. We're not coaches. We're not mentors. We're not teachers. We are the online upline for every single one of you. And we take it deadly serious, and we're absolutely honored and humbled that you trust us this way. What you're hearing, the reason you're hearing us so excited is as the online upline, we're seeing your success. That's what drives us. That's what drives you. But what the book club is part of a three-legged stool. Okay, I want you to think about a three-legged stool. Okay, I remember going in our cafeteria at school. That was they only had 3 legs; they couldn't afford 4. Okay, but a three-legged stool. Okay, and if you have a three-legged stool, you can sit on it with confidence. Okay, you can be completely confident that you go just sit on the edge of it, move around, take your hands, move the whole thing around. It'll hold you because it's a three-legged stool. Okay. Well, what happens if one of those legs are out of balance? Okay, then it's not quite as sure, and you might be talking and animated, and you might think the thing's going to fall. What if it's not just out of balance? What if those three-legged stools, now there's only 2 legs? Different ball game. Your confidence is not the same. Your thinking is not the same. Your action is not the thing. Okay, everything is different. What if it's a one-legged stool? Okay, you're looking now for danger, falling down, doing stuff that you don't need to be doing. But if all 3 legs are there and all 3 legs are balanced, okay, then you have the ability to sit there in that stool with complete confidence that this stool is going to hold you up. So you can do whatever you want. Eat your sandwich, drink your beer, have a conversation, wave your hands around, because you got confidence in that.
Yeah.
What the three-legged stool, okay, and by the way, when you have that three-legged stool like that and it's balanced, guess what happens? If you can be confident, okay, you can be aggressive, you can be thankful, what gets the merit? Is the issue the stool with 3 legs, or is the issue you and your ability? What is it? Say, well, I'm confident, I do this and I can do that. Is the confidence, the merit, all the merit goes to you, which is what we've been taught in network marketing the last dozen years. Okay, how tall you get, how young you get, how well you speak, and all that. Or the issue, the stool. The stool is the issue. What is the three-legged stool here with us? The Academy. Okay, it comes down to A, B, C. Write that down. A, B, C. And if you have A, B, C, and you put this into work in your business, it's not that I don't care. It doesn't matter what your company's going through. Doesn't matter what's happening with your product, good, bad, and different. Doesn't matter about the company. Doesn't matter. It's not the issue. That's what I'm trying to say. What matters is, okay, if you have that three-legged stool, you can move forward with complete confidence. And so one of those legs of that stool is the Academy. Okay, you heard a little bit about it here right now, the Academy. The second one, that's the A. What's the B? The book. You heard about the book, okay? Now, if the stories you heard here today were primarily, it mentioned the book a lot because it's Friday, club day, okay? But let me tell you something. You also heard about the Academy. You also heard about the deep dive. You heard about all of that stuff. So the Academy is the A. The book is the B. The club is the C. It's a three-legged stool. The growth that you're hearing from these people, the personal growth, the team growth, Okay. The volume growth, all the stuff that's going on is because they have the three-legged stool in balance and they're sitting on it with self-confidence, okay, self-determination, self-motivation that it's going to hold them up. The issue is the stool, the three-legged stool. And so we're going to go into that a lot on next week's deep dive. And for those of you that are not part of the academy yet, I'm telling you, by Monday, you get part of that academy, okay? You be that, and by Monday, you'll be up to speed where we're, and you watch what happens to you, especially after next week. So A, B, C, you will succeed with A, B, C in your business.
So if you don't know about the academy, that's the website up there, wealthbuilding.pro. You can go check it out. You can be a part of Get Up to Speed. Get in on our deep dive. We'll go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for 2 hours. You have live coaching with us for 6 hours.
Large upline online.
The online upline with Larry and Taylor. So guys, like, we have had a great day, great clubbing with Larry and Taylor. So I hope you have set you up for an amazing weekend. So I'm Taylor Thompson.
At the big T. And I'm Larry Thompson, the little L.
And we're here to help you grow you.
So you can grow your team.
So you can grow your check.
So you can grow your company.
So that's it for us, guys. Bye-bye. Have a blessed weekend. We'll see